Is Daredevil in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Matt Murdock explained. Warning: this video contains spoiler-free information about Spider-Man Brand New Day, along with discussion of fan theories and officially available reports. If you're hoping to avoid all details before watching the movie, this is your spoiler warning. Now, let's get started. Ever since Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel fans have been asking one question over and over again. Is Daredevil finally back in a Spider-Man movie? After all, Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock made a memorable appearance in No Way Home as Peter Parker's lawyer. It wasn't a huge role, but it was enough to get fans excited about the possibility of seeing Spider-Man and Daredevil fighting side by side on the big screen. Then Marvel released Daredevil, Born Again. Spider-Man Brand New Day shifted back to a street-level story in New York. Jon Bernthal's Punisher was officially confirmed. Everything seemed perfectly lined up for Daredevil to return. So naturally, fans expected Charlie Cox to appear. But does he? The answer is no. Despite months of speculation and countless fan theories, Daredevil does not appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. That may disappoint some fans, but once you understand the story Marvel wanted to tell, the decision actually makes a lot of sense. Let's break it all down. Why everyone expected Daredevil. To understand why expectations were so high, we have to go back to Spider-Man No Way Home. Before Peter's identity was erased from the world's memory, Matt Murdock briefly appeared as Peter's attorney. Although his screen time lasted only a few minutes, Charlie Cox instantly reminded fans why Daredevil is such a beloved Marvel character. He casually caught a brick flying through Peter's apartment before anyone else could react. That single moment proved Matt's incredible reflexes and quietly confirmed that Netflix's Daredevil was officially part of the MCU. Fans immediately started imagining what a real Spider-Man and Daredevil team-up could look like. Unlike the Avengers, these two heroes both protect New York. They patrol the same streets. They fight similar criminals. And, most importantly, they share almost identical moral values. Neither hero believes in killing. Both believe justice should happen within the law, whenever possible. On paper, they're the perfect team. Then Marvel confirmed Punisher. Things became even more interesting when Marvel announced that Jon Bernthal's Punisher would appear in Brand New Day. That announcement sparked even more speculation. If Punisher was in the movie, surely Daredevil had to be there too. After all, Daredevil and Punisher have one of Marvel's most famous rivalries. They fought alongside each other, they've argued over justice, and they've challenged each other's beliefs for years. Many fans assumed Marvel wouldn't bring Frank Castle into Spider-Man's story without also including Matt Murdock. But that's not what happened. Charlie Cox addressed the rumors. As rumors continued spreading online, Charlie Cox was repeatedly asked the same question. Are you in Spider-Man Brand New Day? His answer remained consistent. He said he wasn't in the movie. Like many Marvel actors, fans wondered if he was simply protecting a surprise appearance. Marvel has a long history of asking actors to keep secrets. Andrew Garfield famously denied appearing in No Way Home right up until audiences saw him on screen. Because of that history, many people didn't believe Charlie Cox. But after the movie premiered, it became clear that he had actually been telling the truth. Matt Murdock simply isn't part of this story. Why Marvel left Daredevil out? At first, leaving Daredevil out seems like a strange decision. But when you look at the bigger picture, it actually makes sense. Brand New Day is Peter Parker's first movie after losing everyone he loves. Nobody remembers him. He's completely on his own. Marvel wanted audiences to experience Peter's loneliness. If Daredevil immediately became his new superhero partner, that emotional journey wouldn't feel nearly as powerful. Peter needs to learn how to stand completely on his own. That's exactly what this movie focuses on. Instead of relying on the Avengers, or Doctor Strange, or another superhero, Peter becomes New York's neighborhood Spider-Man in the truest sense. It's a much more personal story. Why Punisher fits better. Another reason Daredevil doesn't appear is because Punisher creates a much stronger conflict for Spider-Man. Think about it. Spider-Man and Daredevil actually agree on most things. They both protect innocent people. They both avoid killing. They both believe in justice. There would certainly be great action scenes between them, but not much philosophical conflict. Punisher is completely different. Frank Castle believes some criminals don't deserve another chance. Spider-Man refuses to cross that line. Throughout the movie, Peter constantly questions Frank's methods. Frank constantly challenges Peter's beliefs. That creates emotional drama that wouldn't exist if Daredevil filled the same role. Rather than simply giving Spider-Man another ally, Marvel gives him someone who forces him to defend what kind of hero he wants to be. And according to many early reviews, that relationship becomes one of the strongest parts of the entire film. Could Daredevil return later? Just because Daredevil isn't in Brand New Day doesn't mean Marvel has abandoned the idea. Quite the opposite. Spider-Man and Daredevil remain two of Marvel's biggest street-level heroes. With Kingpin continuing to expand his influence and New York becoming increasingly dangerous, it's easy to imagine Marvel bringing Peter Parker and Matt Murdock together in a future project. In fact, many fans believe Marvel is simply waiting for the right story. Instead of forcing Daredevil into this movie, the studio may be saving that partnership for a film where both characters can play equally important roles. If that happens, it could become one of the MCU's most anticipated team-ups. What fans are saying. The reaction online has been mixed. Some fans were disappointed because they genuinely expected Charlie Cox to appear. Others actually praised Marvel's decision. Many believe Peter Parker needed one movie where he could truly stand on his own after the emotional ending of No Way Home. Rather than filling the movie with multiple guest heroes, Brand New Day allows Spider-Man to remain the heart of his own story. And according to critics, that approach pays off. Tom Holland delivers one of his strongest performances as Peter Parker, proving that Spider-Man doesn't always need a massive crossover to tell a compelling story. Final thoughts. So, is Daredevil in Spider-Man Brand New Day? No. Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock does not appear in the film, but his absence isn't a mistake. Marvel deliberately chose to tell a more personal, grounded Spider-Man story, one that focuses on Peter Parker learning to carry the weight of being a hero entirely on his own. Instead of teaming him up with Daredevil, the movie pairs him with the Punisher, creating a powerful clash of ideals that helps define Peter's journey. And while Daredevil may not be part of Brand New Day, the door remains wide open for a future Spider-Man and Daredevil crossover. Considering their comic book history, it's probably only a matter of time before these two iconic New York heroes finally share the screen again. Would you have liked to see Daredevil appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day? Or do you think Marvel made the right decision by keeping the focus entirely on Peter Parker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Spider-Man, Marvel, Daredevil, Ending Explained videos, hidden details, Easter eggs, and the latest entertainment news. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.